this. Want to see somebody get hurt? Do it. Okay, that guy was mouse-brained right there. That guy absolutely... Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because tonight, what are we running? We are running mono red, and not the mono red you're thinking of. I don't think we have a mouse inside of this. You're thinking mono red mice, he's gonna go aggro. No, we're gonna do crossfire. Crossfire mono red. This is going to be a very different kind of red deck than you're kind of used to, with a little bit of the enhancements. I ran one similar recently, but this is going to be some weird stuff in here, man. You're going to be surprised at what's happening on here. Kind of an outlaw red with pings and damage plus token swarms. There's all kind of weird things in here. So I don't want you to think like, oh, red decks are boring. It's just swing, swing, smash, smash. This is an interesting one. This is not the red deck that you're used to. So stay tuned for this one because I really like it. It's a lot of fun and it absolutely ripped. It won so much. Before we get down into it, though, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there live and in person on our stream. Yes, we would. We have some great first-time streamer shout-outs right here. We just got some new people in today. Maury Rain and Supernova Kane. Welcome to the stream. First time they're here. We'd love to have you there as well. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information. Post your decks, post memes, all that. Ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. And, of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, go right down there to the AetherHub and you will get it. So what are we talking about when we talk about crossfire? Well, the one ping is going to be big on this one. Ping, 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 ping. Just little bits. We're going to be shooting rockets at people here. First things first, I think we're just going to run burn, which is going to be burst lightning. The reason I like burst lightning so much, especially recently, is that I like in the late game that I can kick it for 4 damage. That has won me games sometimes, okay? So it's just a normal shock regular, 2 damage anywhere you want. But in the late game, we can actually kick it for 4 damage, which is, we can do directly on opponent's face, which is really, really good. It's going to be really good, and it's going to hit out very nicely. So I like that. As far as other burn-ups go, I'm also going to go with Witch Stalker Frenzy, because we are going to be swinging in with a lot of things. And doing 5 damage to any creature, especially to knock out a big creature, is going to be extremely useful play right there. So those are the only 2 burn spells, really the only removal that we're going to have. We're going to try to get around everyone else and just punish everyone else through damage as it goes. But yeah, that's really the only way that we have to do damage directly to our opponent. So those are the 2 ones we're going to go with. The rest is going to be small creatures and trying to ping out with that little damage, whittle them down. Clockwork Percussionist is going to be 1 red, 1/1. Whenever this creature dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play it. I really, really like that. A 1/1 Haster for 1 red is great, especially giving us the access to play more cards off the top. We're also going to go with one of my all-time favorite cards in red currently, which is the Hired Claw. He's a lizard mercenary. Remember that mercenary thing. That's going to come in handy. 1 red and 1/2. Whenever a lizard you control attacks, deal 1 damage to target opponent. Okay? Multiple lizards attacking, each one. You have 2 of these down, they each do ping. Again, ping for 1 damage, and you have the ability, if your opponent has taken damage this turn, you can pump this guy, you can put a 1/1 counter on him. So very, very useful early play right there. If you wanted to do 4 of him, I'm never mad at you for that, because this is an extremely useful Bloomburrow card. He is a red staple. Song of Toten Taz will be discussed at a later time. Boom, we're going to put him there. Generous Plunderer, again, pinging damage right here. I really like this card. Nobody ever plays him. I think people are worried about giving your opponent treasure, but I'm not worried about giving them treasure. 1 red and 1/2/2 Menace Human Rogue. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. Okay, so we get a treasure, which means we get to ramp. They get a treasure, and then when we swing, it deals a number damage equal to the amount of artifacts that they have. And remember, treasure is an artifact. Really, really, really cool combination play right there. I really like that. So the more treasure they have, or the more artifacts they have, we swing in with the 2/2 menace. Again, ping damage. We just want to whittle them down. We want to make sure that they're taking consistent, steady damage so they can't stay on their feet ever. That's kind of the idea. We're also going to run Razorkin Needlehead, another card that I see people running occasionally, but I think he's better than people think, especially in the card draw meta, especially against stuff like Beans. You really want to punish people for that card draw. 2 red, 2/2, first strike on your turn, Human Assassin. Remember that, Assassin. At the beginning of your, whenever an opponent draws a card, this creature deals 1 damage to them. So if they draw a card on their turn, they're going to take 1 damage a turn. If they try to draw extra, they're going to take 1 for each extra that they do. Really, really cool stuff. I love doing that to people, okay? Again, a nice 1-pinger, a nice put on there, and also he looks crazy as hell, which is fun. Impact Tremors. All right, let me talk to you about Impact Tremors here. Okay, this card is a card that you're going to want to craft because this and upcoming for Mardu, it's going to be huge. Whenever a creature you control enters, this deals 1 damage to each target opponent. With the new Mobilize mechanic coming out with Tarkir soon, you're going to want to craft this card. As a common card, is it insanely powerful. The fact that all of these little creatures that we come in do 1 damage, they all ping no matter what. No matter what we do, they ping for 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, is just incredible. It's really, really, really useful, okay? It is incredibly powerful, and doing it consistently is what puts the damage down on the board. Now, here is where we said, remember I said we talk about Totem Taz at the later date? This is my finisher, okay? When I finish with Totem Taz right here, I have Impact Tremors, even 2 Impact Tremors down, and I go turn 5, turn 6, I drop 5 1/1 rat tokens that swing in with haste. Everyone gets haste, and I swing in. This does 5 damage. If I have 2 of them, it does 10 damage, and I swing in with the tokens. Punishing people for everything that they do. This is what we want to do. When we attack, they do damage. When we attack, they do damage. Whenever they draw a card, we do damage. Whenever we play a creature, we do damage. We want to make every single action in the game damage our opponent. Whatever we're doing, they're damaging. Whatever we're doing, we're damaging. That's kind of the idea. And we're going to make this worse as we go on. Don't worry. Song of Totem Taz, Impact Tremors is going to be worse. We got to run Screamin' Mimi. Hell yeah. I know I got some Screamin' Mimi fans in the audience right now. 1 red, 2, 3/3, Screamin' Mimi, haste spirit. Whenever this creature is dealt damage, if it's dealt that much damage to any other, it deals that much damage to any other target. What is insane about this one is that if this is ever damaged once, it gets to spit out that much damage that it got. That spit out damage goes to our opponent. If it damages our opponent with that rebound damage, they can never gain life for the rest of the game. If they are running a Reanimator life gain, any kind of life gain deck, it's over. It's done. They're cooked. They can never get that status ability off. We have shut off their ability to gain life. It is an extremely dangerous 3-drop, and honestly, sometimes I hit it with my own Burst Lightning or Witchstalker Frenzy, just so I can reflect damage off. I can hit it with her 5, reflect 5 off of Screaming Mimi onto my opponent, and they can never gain life. Really good stuff. Howl Squad Heavy, absolutely. I know that this is in a Goblin deck for another Goblin drop right here for another 3-drop, 1 red and 2, 2/3 Goblin Mercenary. Remember, Mercenary, keep that in mind. The fact that every single turn he's going to trigger a Goblin coming out into play, and it has haste. It can swing in immediately. It has to swing in. He will trigger Impact Tremors every single turn. Every single turn he will hit Impact Tremors, you swing in with the Goblin. So he will consistently put that damage down all the time. You don't need to do anything. As long as he exists, he will 1-ping with Impact Tremors. So you're talking about like a Hired Claw, Impact Tremors, Howl Squad Heavy. You are immediately doing damage consistently and putting hurt down on people. I don't really care about the speed. I don't really care about the start your engines or adding that red. It's not really necessary. But absolutely, he will put damage down. He will contribute to the overall war effort. We already talked about Witchstalker. This is what we're talking about here. Hellspur Posse Boss, Lizard Rogue, other outlaws you control have haste. That's what we're looking for. You know what an outlaw is? It's an assassin, mercenary, pirate, rogue, and warlock. You know what we have? Mercenary, assassin, rogue, mercenary. We can give everything in our, we can give everything that we have, we can give everything that all of those guys haste. So if we come in, every single one of them can swing right away, and we immediately create two 1/1 red mercenary tokens. They have haste and they can swing in. Creating 2 tokens for 4 mana, putting down 3 creatures for 4 mana, including a 2/4 and 2 1/1 guys with haste, is insanely powerful with impact tremors. Okay, so you have this kind of mercenary outlaw combination play right here, and swinging in with a huge amount of damage. We want to make that damage worse. At the top end, I have Odger Axonil. I know a lot of people were wondering if he's going to show up if we're doing 1 pings. Hell yeah, we are. 2 red and 2 4/4 trample god. Look at that guy. If a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Odger Axonil's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Odger Axonil's power instead. So all of those 1-drop powers, one of those 1-drop, those pings. Razorkin, it deals 1 damage. If Odger's out, it deals 4. Impact Tremors, 1 damage, it deals 4. Hired Claw, 1 damage, 4. You get the idea. That is extremely powerful. Extremely good. If you want to do more of him, you can. I kind of wanted to go a different direction. Specifically, why don't we get a little dragony with it? Why don't we put Twin Flame Tyrant? I like this one for a 5-drop right here. It's also very useful to craft a dragon right now. Twin Flame is obviously going to get some use in Tarkir coming up. 2 red and 3 5-drop, 3/5 flying. If a source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent opponent controls, it deals double damage instead. Insanely good right there. I like that. Not only do you get a big flying creature right there, but again, all of that little damage that you're doing is doubled. Razorkin doubled, Hired doubled, Generous doubled, Impact doubled. You get it. We're going to put damage down range. Again, a very different kind of mono red than maybe that you're used to, as opposed to just, oh, I'm going to play Mouse, I'm going to play Trample. No, boring. Let's do something different and fun. Let's get mercenaries and outlaws involved. 22 lands red with a Soulstone Sanctuary on there for your pleasure. We're looking at this. A lot of assassins, mercenaries, and rogues. 25 creatures, everything. 6 instants, 3 sorceries, 2 artifacts, 4 enchantments, 23 lands altogether, and a 2.3 average mono red. It is a standard. I also want to tell you something else. You see how I click that alchemy button? This is 100% rotation proof. So in case you're new to the game, because I've been seeing people, Jay, I heard rotation was coming up. What do? I've crafted a bunch of cards. This will 100% see you until next rotation. You have no worries. None of these cards are going to disappear in the fall, in the winter, or whenever rotation is coming up. You are good to go. It is perfectly fine to make this investment right now, and it will stay with you for a while. So it is a rotation-proof build for you right there. It also works in alchemy. That's how we know it's rotation-proof. So don't worry about spending your rares or your mythic rares on something like that. That is fine. The other things that I want to involve here, I wouldn't mind a Bolt Wave, Torch the Tower, and a Braid is not bad to crack open artifacts. I don't mind Scorching Dragonfire to exile. Torch the Tower is not a bad exile either. Maybe more Witchstalker Frenzy, and I was almost on the edge of putting a Gastel Thrill Roller. I actually really like the Gastel Thrill Roller on this one. 1 red and 2 4/2 Trample and Haste. When it enters, it becomes an artifact until the end of turn, so you get a 4/2 haste and trample, and then all you need to crew it too. But when it hits the ground, it acts by itself, which is funny, because I just see the card being so angry that it just drives itself into other people. It's basically it's a kamikaze card. It just swings into people to crush. On turn 3, that's very useful, and the ability to discard a card, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it, and act as a sorcery. So you can dump whatever you need, swing in again, and just immediately crash it into somebody again. It just crawls its way out of the junkyard to immediately crash into somebody else, which is, I think, funny for a angry-looking fire truck to do. So, not a fire truck, a truck that puts out fires, but this looks like it starts fires. That's why it's a fire truck. Looks like an evil tow truck. Whatever. You get the idea. Gastel Thrill Roller, something to consider for swinging in right there, in case you wanted to up that as well. That's a fun one to run too. So that is going to be the different kind of red. I call it Crossfire. It is insanely powerful. Did very, very well in the current meta. It went really, really wide. I think we ended up going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We won 8 games in a row with it, all said and done, on a long streak. So very fun. Let's get into the game right now. Standard ranked, mythic ranked. It were worker and mythic. It will get you there. Here we go. Let's get into it. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. No problem, Raven. I know what you mean. It's called like a hulking heavy or something. Yeah, it's called machine whatever. Giorgio Moroder. Yeah, he does sound like the 80s. Thriller's pretty good contender. I feel like Thriller's so niche, though. Not niche, but I feel like it's such a... Does it represent the whole 80s? You know? Like, if you wanted to set the scene as something being set in the 80s, would you put on Thriller? If you were like a movie director, you're like, I want people to know that it's the 80s right now. I want them to know that it's 1987 currently. Would you say, all right, well, then we're going to put on Thriller? I don't think you would. I don't think you'd put on Thriller to make sure people knew it was the 80s, unless it was like a Halloween party that you were showing in the 80s. I think you'd use something else. He's going to do that. Gastel Thrill Roller. Yeah, that's a good one. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. He's going to play Hero's Dawnfall. Boom. Boom. Wait. Rock Me Amadeus. He's going to hurt. Oh, so he's got a card draw deck. So, yeah, that's why it's bad. All right, well, we're going to do this. We're going to hold steady. He's going to lose the life. Boom. Boom. Is he going to play more removal? He probably is. Take my breath away. Doo-doo. That's a good one to set the stage as a quintessential 80s song right there. There you go. Take action. Don't need money. Don't need fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train. I really feel like Power of Love is up there in contention for one of the better ones. It's going to be double damage. Alright, we'll wait. That's what we'll do. View battlefield. Boom. Alright, we'll do that. Down. Baker Street Blues may be that burning in burning in burning in Bernie do 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 do. That one, you know, the one, the saxophone one. That's pretty 80s right there. That feels it. That hot sax riff. That's pretty good. Baker, what is it called? Baker Street? I can't remember. Never gonna give you. The thing is, that has transcended into such a meme. That has transcended into such a meme, you know, territory that it's hard to say that is the ultimate 80s. Can we really say that is the ultimate 80s? The ultimate 80s song, if it has transcended, like people nowadays, like kids nowadays know what Rickrolling is. you know. So it's kind of to that point where it's like, all right, yeah, what we might have transcended what people know and what people don't know. So I don't know. It's a good song. Don't take me wrong. And actually, if you've ever listened to Rick Astley's covers of stuff lately, that dude is fucking talented. God damn, man. He did Everlong by Foo Fighters. So good. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the issue, that we want something that's quintessential, you know. Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Yeah, people will definitely know it's 80s when you do Take Me On, Take On Me. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one right there. That's a solid one, Lazy Comrade. Screaming Mimi, here she goes. That's the win right there, folks. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Take On Me. That's a good quintessential 80s. Now you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it a little bit more. Beat It, that's a little bit better for quintessential 80s. Yeah, more than Thriller, I would say. I would say more than Thriller, maybe. More about it. After that, we're going to do the Shakedown Breakdown. Absolutely incredible that this did as bad as it did. I'm really blown away that this did so poorly. Again, in the past 1, 2, 3, we won 3 out of the past 10 games. Really bad, really super bad. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every single one of them had red or black in them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them had red. I'm sorry, 7 of them had black, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them had red. So it's all we're really hitting is red or black or combination. There's really not much else. Or Boros, maybe you get an odd Boros in there every now and again. Everything we had was just ripping us down. We couldn't keep board state. We couldn't do anything, which is really current meta is don't let them have board state. Like that is, you'd think you would see more stuff akin to stop reanimate or something like that. But for whatever reason, people are super against board state right now. They're just very much against it. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm shocked. I am genuinely shocked that this has done this poorly. It is very surprising to me. Skeletons, usually if you start with a framework of skeletons, you will do okay. You will do fine for the most part. You could kind of shove anything that you want in the back end there and be fine. But for this deck, it has absolutely just underperformed like crazy. This guy is going to run, he's going to run Sheltered. He's got it off the top. I guarantee it. This card and Shelter stick together like fucking glue. Oh my goodness, he didn't have it. That is incredible. That is absolutely wild that he did not have Shelter. Monstrous range. Boom, boom. 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 He's gonna do 10 damage there. Screaming Mimi again. We'll do this. We'll do Odra Axonil. Yeah, mice are a big problem. I guess that's what people are running into, that they need to do this. I will be utterly fucking blown away and shocked if this guy does not have Sheltered by Ghosts. It is going to be wild to me if they don't. What is this guy thinking? He doesn't understand how Screaming Mimi works? He doesn't. He doesn't understand how Screaming Mimi works. He really doesn't. He absolutely does not understand how Screaming Mimi works. Watch this. Want to see somebody get hurt? Do it. Okay, that guy was mouse-brained right there. That guy absolutely just did not... He was totally mouse-brained. He was totally just... Swing! Swing good. Swing good. Hit. Hit good. Hit good on swing. Good hit swing. I know. I miss it too, man. I miss it too, bro. Onicult Anvil, you were a real one. You were a real one, Onicult. We're gonna do this. We're gonna swing in. We're gonna drop you. White or black? I don't think he's going straight red. No, he just said no thing. Okay, so now that we're just in easy mode now. We're just in fucking baby Q. We're just in fucking easy street baby Q. Where nobody even tries. Yeah. Beastman 132. Ops goes first, not crazy about that. Oh, black. Black or a Golgari card? No, white, shocked. Okay, it's going to be Cats Go Wildlife Game. Is that Santa Claus? Thank you, Gold Strike CEO, for that Santa Claus. We're gonna go in. Don't say shelter. I'm gonna be super pissed if he shelters. Okay, at least he didn't have that. He's gonna punch it. Pop, pop. We'll start with Howl Squad. Next turn, I think we do Plunder and Impact. We do Impact Trunders, 2 Razorkin. Puts that down. He has an instant in his hand. I don't know what it is. He's got a 1 white instant here. Roaming Throne for cats. That's a little heavy. This is part of the reason that I don't like Roaming Throne that much, is because it comes in a little heavy. It comes in very thick. It kind of wastes your turn 4 for, you know, a decent effect, but overall, you know. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna do Impact Tremors. You. Okay. Why is he on total control here? What? Oh, sacrifice, destroy enchantment. Oh, he wants to get rid of that. Oh. Okay, so that's why he wanted that. Okay. That's why he wanted that. Alright. Let's see what kind of removal he's got here. Yeah. Sky Knight Squire, very cool. Arrowboat first. That's bad. That's real bad. Yeah, that's real fucking bad. Boom. Yeah, our only hope here is Screaming Mimi, and maybe not even. I'm gonna draw a Burst Lightning. Go Burst Lightning, tearing up the quarter mile. Burst Lightning. We're gonna do this. Burst Lightning, go Burst Lightning. Hey Jay, I was watching your Selesnya video, and what are your thoughts on Sylvan Scavenging to help with the counter building and go wide? You're gonna need to get more specific, but Selesnya, Sylvan Scavenging probably works. Yeah, would work. Yeah, it'd be fine. It takes up a 3 slot, but I mean, yeah, try it out. Tell me how it goes. All right, one more, then we're doing the shakedown breakdown. Boom, boom, boom. Beanstalk. Okay, great, wonderful. Love this deck. Great stuff here. We're gonna do Impact Tremors. Boom. We're gonna try to get in before the fucking before the sweeper. We actually could beat this guy. I think one more for good luck is gonna be fine. Gonna knock back. Boom. You can never gain life again. Pop, pop. Great. Let's do this. Boom. Pump it up. Leyline Binding, splashes that out, draws a card, hurts himself with it. Boom, boom. Who goes in the boo-boo hole? That one. Boom. Okay. Hurts himself with that one. Ancient Corn of Copia. He will never gain life for the rest of the game, so it doesn't really matter. More like Cornucopium, am I right? Am I right? It's gonna do double damage. Get lost. You won't gain life. Boom. 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 Hit it. Sunfall it. Yeah, Sunfall it, bro. Draw a card on it first. While you bullshitting, draw a card on it first, my guy. Impact Tremors. Got you, fam. No worries. I got you. I'll make it easy for you. I'm gonna make it easy for you, fam. Make it easy for you. Get that weak-ass bean shit out of my face, bro. I'm hip to your bullshit. Get that weak-ass fucking bean shit out of here, bro. That might have been the world championship deck, but you ain't the fucking world champ. Tell you that fucking much. That's pretty cool. I'm not a huge Magic player when it comes to D&D. I don't ever really like Arcane. Okay, you run me Arcane, I don't really want to do it. I do like Divine Magic. I mostly like Paladins. I like Paladins, I like Clerics, I like Rangers. A Druid every now and again, perhaps a Druid. Mayhap. But I'm not a big caster of Arcane. Just not really about it. Also in games, there's a rare game that I want to play a caster in. I like hitting things. I like being a upfront type of smashy guy, you know? I do like a support cleric. Listen, you got a lot to manage. You got a lot of fun stuff going on. You get a decent amount of, let me do this real quick. He's probably going to play out, but that's okay. I want him to. There we go. Okay. I wanted him to play that out so I could get down the things that I need, like Screaming Meanie here. Boom. 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 But yeah, Paladins. Paladin is probably my favorite character class. Paladin has not been that much of a loved class lately, and it's kind of sad that Paladin has kind of fallen by the wayside when it comes to character classes. I feel like it's oft neglected. And I feel like everyone says, oh, Paladins are just goody two-shoes. They're just little good guys who don't care, who are like Mr., you know... I play Wrathful Paladins, bro. Like, I play, Ranger Slander, yeah. I play Paladins who are like, I've played Paladins that are like the Punisher, bro. And they're there to kill demons. They're there to kill demons. And they do not give a shit. They are serious, bro. They are frightening people. They're good people, but demons are literally made of raw evil. Like, they're made of abyssal evil. Like, they're ontologically evil. They feed off suffering. And these people do not, and the Paladins, they're not Mr. Righteous Knight. They're there to fucking do a job. They're exterminators, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of different ways that you can run them. I feel like there's more variety in there than people let on. I feel like everyone's like, oh, they're just, they're like Superman. That's the other thing. We're talking about Superman, too. It's a lot of Superman slander that he's just this big old Boy Scout, aw shucks. He is sometimes with regular people. He will fuck things up. Superman will absolutely fuck things up, man. People don't realize that. Superman will completely fuck things up. Yeah, Apathetic Paladin, Joe's Pestilence. That's a good take on it, Iron Fist. Hey, how you doing, Survivor? I'm not Survivor. You also got to consider the, a paladin who is just getting rid of demons and evil spirits as a job. He's just good at it. He's just naturally good at it and doesn't really care either way. Hey, what's up, Chris Chaos on his alt? I feel like there's a lot of opportunity there. I think people feel like they're one note because they all have to be lawful good. As I always say, lawful good doesn't necessarily mean lawful nice. It means lawful good. So there's some meat on the bones for people, I think. I think that people underestimate them. Alright, so what's he gonna slam here? He's gonna class Fell. Boom. We'll take the 2 damage, I don't give a shit. Alright, we need a mana right here. Razorkin Needlehead, good enough. Wabango, boom. Vlad just subscribed. Welcome to the show, Vlad. He's going to play another removal. He's going to play 3 on that. Boom. Pop. Delta Quadrant, how you doing? Yeah, people got to get creative with their builds. I feel like, you know, we doing drunk early stream. How you doing, Incubus? Incubus, I'm worried that you're drunk every night. I'm going to be honest, bro. Every night you're fucking hammered. It's a bit disconcerting. All right, let's do let's do this real quick. Boom, Toten Taz. Nothing wrong with mono red, man. It's honest. Well, then now you got a good excuse. You got me there, guy. The only people that are allowed to be drunk 24/7 if you're retired. If you've done your job and you have nothing else going on, you're just retired, you are 100% allowed to just be drunk all the time. Mobilize is getting... Oh, I'm gonna crack people in half with both Mobilize, man. I am gonna crack fucking people in half. I remember there was a Simpsons episode that reminds me of that, where Marge befriends an old Hollywood cowboy who does like trick shots, and he's drunk and she wants him to perform, and she's like, you gotta stop drinking, you know, you can't perform anymore. And he's like, I performed for 40 years, I won multiple awards, I was in 50 movies, I'm 80 years old, and my children are dead, and my grandkids don't talk to me. What do you mean I gotta drink? What am I doing? I lived a full life. I'm just sitting in my house drinking. It's fine. Kind of funny when you put it in perspective like that. You know, I lived a full life. I'm retired. I don't like drink though. That's the thing. I don't really like alcohol that much. I'm not a big drinker. I'm not a big substance person, period. Food is my vice. Oh, that guy's got his full ass email out. Okay, hopefully that's blocked. Yeah. Good, that's blocked. Sometimes people put their whole email out on the board. Hey, what's up, Raven? No, we're just finishing the daily. This is a really good deck, by the way. I forgot about X-Fire. I forgot about fucking X-Fire. This shit's fucking boss. This shit's awesome. And it's not like a red deck that you normally would see. It's different. Look how much damage I've done so far. Oof. That's gonna hurt, bro. I'm sorry, fam. That's gonna hurt real bad. Yeah, this dude's dead on the board. This dude is dead on the board. I forgot how good X-Fire was, man. I got to update this shit. I gotta shove an AETHERDRIFT card or two in here and update it. Yeah, he's not happy about that. This shit fucking just melts people, huh? Damn. Fucking melting people's faces off like a fucking sick guitar solo. What's wrong? Listen, there's nothing wrong with mono red, okay? I'm just getting my daily in, alright? We're actually going to try Golgari today. Mono red is not the problem. It really is not. I'm a mono red apologist. I really am. Mono red will not lie to you, okay? It will not lie to you, and it will not waste your time, all right? I will say that. Every time I will say that. It might kill you quick. It might feel a little unfair when we just when Mono Red just fucking pounds your face in 3 turns. But damn it, it didn't lie to you about it, man. It told you exactly what it was due. It told you exactly what was the plan. As soon as you lay down 2 mountains, everyone knows what it is, and then boom, it's over with. It's over with after that. That's what I can appreciate. Mono Red's not going to take me it's not going to take me 10 minutes to beat a Mono Red deck, okay? And you know what else they do? They get the fuck out of the way. When they don't have it, when a Mono Red sees they don't have it, they just go, "Oh, sorry to waste your time. Bye," and then leave and scoop because they didn't hit it. They didn't hit what they needed. And that's that, you know? It is strong. It is strong. If you know how to deal with it, it's not that bad, but it is quite strong. Let's drop the Oger, because we never use it. Alright, Mako. I love the Mako. I really gotta work with the Mako again. Push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. Something bound up there to the limit. That's like, is that the most, here's the question, guys. Is that the most 80s song ever? I'm in the contention that Push It to the Limit might be the most 80s song ever. Do we have another contender for the most 80s song ever? It's up there. It's up in the top 5 at the very least of most 80s song ever. Okay, so when you call my name as you walk on by, don't you forget about me. Don't. Okay, that's pretty 80s right there. Mr. Vegeta, I only keep a short trim beard. Like, I do actually have a small beard, but I don't have a thick one. On my actual face, I keep a very trim, close beard, not a big, bushy one. I keep I do like a number 4 on my face to keep it trim. It's a little wild right now, but I keep a close, trim beard, so that's why I do have a smaller one, but I don't have a big, bushy one. I have more of a stripe. Quick face reveal, only at 1 million, white guy, black coffee. Once I get to 1 million on YouTube, I absolutely will do a face reveal. You will see my bright, shining face next to that gold play button. Okay? I promise it. I swear it on everything that I love. Pac-Man Fever? I don't know. Where X is the number of vehicles and mounts. Activate abilities. Witchstalker Frenzy. Maybe Power of Love by Huey Lewis. That's pretty 80s. Outpace Oblivion might not be bad for Witchstalker. Crash and burn. There's not that much good stuff here, man. They're trying to do damage or haste out. Yeah, issue is timing outpaces the sorcery. AetherHub might be a good one. Everyone wants to rule the world. That's a good one. Howl Squad is more of a swarm guy. The question is, who do I replace? Toten Taz. I've never used Oger in this, really. He doesn't do very much. I've usually won by that time. And part of the reason that we have... that we keep a Hellspur is because we kind of want to swarm out, especially with the Impact Tremors. Well, Impact Tremors, Gilded Gouda, Rocky Roads, Take Me Home. Go down one Oger, yeah. Lord Gypticus, the Flipticus. What kind of instance do we have to kind of modify this? Sky Crash, Road Rage. There's a number of mounts and vehicles, man. That sucks, bro. That just is not good. Mounts and vehicles you have. Destroy target vehicle, lightning strike, crash and burn. Alright. I'm really struggling to shove some fucking... to modify this better. Oger Axonil. He might go down another one. We're gonna have to figure out what we can shove in here to really do it. Full throttle. Push it to the limit. Honestly, it might be Howl Squad. I've seen the greatest minds of my generation torn apart by madness. I'm glad that you guys are having a robust debate about this. I do like that. Yeah, I do like that big machine that comes in and smashes people with trample. That might be a really good one to do as well. Alright, we'll do one more of this guy. No problem, Raven. I know what you mean. It's called like a hulking heavy or something. Yeah, it's called machine whatever. Giorgio Moroder, yeah, he does sound like the 80s. Thriller's pretty good contender. I feel like Thriller's so niche, though. Not niche, but I feel like it's such a... Does it represent the whole 80s? You know? Like, if you wanted to set the scene as something being set in the 80s, would you put on Thriller? If you were like a movie director, you're like, I want people to know that it's the 80s right now. I want them to know that it's 1987 currently. Would you say, all right, well then we're going to put on Thriller? I don't think you would. I don't think you'd put on Thriller to make sure people knew it was the 80s, unless it was like a Halloween party that you were showing in the 80s. I think you'd use something else. He's gonna do that. Gastel Thrill Roller, yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. He's gonna play Hero's Dawnfall. Boom. Boom. Wait. Rock Me Amadeus. He's gonna hurt. Oh, so he's got a card draw deck, so yeah, that's why it's bad. Alright, well, we're gonna do this. Alright, we're gonna hold steady. He's gonna lose life. Boom. Boom. Is he gonna play more removal? He probably is. Take my breath away, doo-doo. That's a good one to set the stage as a quintessential 80s song right there. There you go. Take action. Don't need money, don't need fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. I really feel like Power of Love is up there in contention for one of the better ones. It's going to be double damage. Alright, we'll wait. That's what we'll do. New battlefield. Boom. Alright, we'll do that. Down. Baker Street Blues, maybe that burning in and burning in and burning in and burning do 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 do. That one, you know, the one, the saxophone one. That's pretty 80s right there. That feels it. That hot sax riff. That's pretty good. Baker, what is it called? Baker Street? I can't remember. Never gonna give you. The thing is, that has transcended into such a meme. That has transcended into such a meme, you know, territory that it's hard to say like that is the ultimate 80s. Can we really say that that is the ultimate 80s? The ultimate 80s song, if it has transcended, like people nowadays, like kids nowadays know what Rickrolling is, you know, so it's kind of to that point where it's like, all right, yeah, what we might have transcended what people know and what people don't know. So I don't know, it's a good song. Don't take me wrong, and actually, if you've ever listened to Rick Astley's covers of stuff lately, that dude is fucking talented. God damn, man. He did Everlong by Foo Fighters, so good. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. That's kind of the issue, that we want something that's quintessential, you know. Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Yeah, people will definitely know it's 80s when you do Take Me On, Take On Me. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one right there. That's a solid one, Lazy Comrade. Screaming Mimi, here she goes. That's the win right there, folks. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Take on me. That's a good quintessential 80s. Now you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it a little bit more. Beat It, that's a little bit better for quintessential 80s. Yeah, more than Thriller, I would say. I would say more than Thriller, maybe. Alright, guys. Shakedown, breakdown. This red deck, bro, the more I play it, the more I like it, man. Crossfire, I don't know how this got left in the dustbin here. This shit is fucking hot, man. This shit is fucking hot. When was it? When did I fucking run this? Did I just not advertise it well? I must have not, bro. Because I don't know if it did numbers like that, bro. This shit is fucking scorching hot. Yeah, I don't think I advertised this shit well, bro. I don't think I fucking advertised this shit well enough, man. Is this the one I called Orbital Nuke? It absolutely is, man. I'm gonna have to come up with some better. Yeah, bro, this is fuck. This shit fucking burns people up, bro. I'll have to make a better name for it. Because this is just the modified, slightly modified version. Last time I played it was fucking December. December is when this shit came out, and it did not pull numbers, man. And this shit is spicy hot. Alright.